Is NASA's Blue Beam project actually a possibility? I scoured the internet last night for, odds and ends, and I ended up finding a video where there was a giant holographic dinosaur, a long neck, if I can remember its name. Huge, like 60 feet tall, giant holographic, blue, very realistic looking dinosaur. It was a little bit fuzzy, but this was a commercial use of hologram technology. This was in Japan, I'm assuming, and it was also at least 2 years, 3-4 months old. So this is that old already. All right. Now I kind of follow a certain set of rules when I consider anything that the government could be potentially up to. I think, okay, so here's where we are. Here's what they tell us. All right, say they say, okay, now hologram. It's like we can now create a hologram of a dinosaur. It's like it's fantastic, cutting edge technology. I'm like, bullshit. All right, we're here, cutting edge technology. The government's actually 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe even 25 years farther than what they say. Okay, so they say experience cutting edge technology with the holograms, and I'm saying you've already had cutting edge technology with holograms for years, and you've perfected it. You've used it to interrogate terrorists. You've used it on experiments in the sky. There is you can see over, I can't remember which country, at one point in time, you can scour the videos. It was Jesus on a cross with a T above him, like Jesus hanging on a cross in the middle of the sky. Very huge, amazing, intense looking. Now, this was also a year or two old, I think a year at the most. And that would be, I'd say, an experiment. This wasn't a cloud formation, this isn't anything, this wasn't aliens, this was a beam projection, a light projection of something. So when they say another thing is, I've read in a science magazine last summer, they're now creating helmets where soldiers can telepathically communicate with each other so they can do operations silently. Okay, well, if I'm reading about this, then I'm assuming that they've had this technology for years, and now it's almost probably perfected even, where they can read each other's minds or give orders or even take information or planned information in people's brains. And that's one of the theories with Operation Blue Beam, or NASA's Blue Beam, is that they would, holograms of Jesus or whatever, the new God, and then they would beam information in people's brains and make it sound or make it feel like God was actually speaking to them through the soul. That's pretty cool, eh? They have holograms of Al Gore and Prince Williams. They've showed holograms of him. Now this is really cool. I remember playing Halo in like 2002, and there's like, sexy little blue Cortana, and you're like, oh, cool, holograms. It's like a little hologram girl that talks and does cool stuff. It's like, well, that's actually a reality now. And I mean, to the higher ups, the elite, the military, it's been a reality for years. There was a prisoner, one of Al-Qaeda, was waterboarded for torture for 35 seconds, said he'll give up, he'll spill, I guess. And they put him in a cell, and then Allah came and told him to give up the information. It would make everything easier on his brothers in captivity. So the next day, he gave up all this information on Al-Qaeda to the military. Alright, there was a video about this. I might put the link down below. It's really interesting. If a man was waterboarded and he gave up after 35 seconds and says, I'll spill, then he would tell right there. He wouldn't say, alright, I've been tortured, this is really tough on me, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll think about telling you tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow morning, like, you know what, Allah came to me and he's like, my son, tell these men what they want to know. And you're like, okay. And then he told them. Right, now I think this was actually an experiment in seeing if you could create a hologram that's convincing enough to fool people. And apparently so, and it worked. I mean, I've read in reports of years ago they were thinking of using holograms on terrorists and Al-Qaeda as well, like as using Allah coming down and being like, stop the war, stop the terrorism and all this other stuff. All this craziness. But then they're like, well, what does Allah look like? Like, no idea. But anyway, tomorrow, aliens are supposed to come. Apparently, for the past at least 4 years, aliens are supposed to arrive on this date in Alabama, 2000 wide spaceship. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying I absolutely don't believe it. I'm right in the middle. Anything is possible. You open your mind, anything is possible. It could happen, it could not. Either way, tomorrow, it's Friday, my day off. I'm just gonna be chilling, waiting, seeing what happens. Technology free day. Turning off all my computer, cell phones, camera, everything. And I'm just gonna chill. See what goes down. So hopefully I will see you guys Saturday. Because I'll probably have, oh yeah, Operation Fakebook. Yeah, new video up Saturday if the world isn't in absolute chaos. So, see you guys then. Peace.